I have been looking at a lot of coins, especially for 2022. I feel like 2022 is going to be a massive year for crypto. And some coins I'm confident about, other ones not so much. But this coin, Uniswap, I think is huge, not only for the coin itself, but for also the platform. Now, in case you don't know, Uniswap is a platform and an app that allows you to convert one coin or token to another. Now, yes, you can do this in Coinbase or Voyager and other exchanges, but it's really only for the big coins like Bitcoin, Ethereum, Dogecoin, etc., etc. With Uniswap, not only can you do it with coins that are, a lot smaller, but coins that maybe have just came out. So going to the app itself, just so you can see, so actually I have ETH pulled up right now as an example, but you can connect your wallet to it, and I can pick any of these tokens, right? In addition, I can also paste an address. So let's say I have a custom token that I made, one of my friends made, maybe there's a company that made it that's not as popular yet. I can still post that address right here and be able to do stuff with it, which is amazing that you have something like this, that you could basically take ETH or any other coin or currency and convert it to pretty much almost any other coin or currency in the entire cryptocurrency network. Now, granted, there's a lot of tricky stuff that comes into play because, as you can see here, the base is ETH and DOT, and there's a bunch of bases, so I will say that. This can get very technical, so I'm kind of scraping the surface, because you can look at Uniswap versus like PancakeSwap, for example, but overall, this is arguably the most popular converting app, or swapping app, might as well call it that, right? A swapping app when it comes to cryptocurrencies. Now going to their actual coin, or their token, as you can see here, it's currently worth $24.57. Looking in the past year, it went up a lot, of course, and I think the main reason why is during May of 2021, with crypto blowing back up, and I think especially actually a very underrated thing is NFTs. I think NFTs and NFT art and crypto art and all that kind of stuff, it really put crypto more on the forefront of not only, okay, is this some weird sketchy thing of converting and buying this crypto stuff, but not only that, but you could actually now do something with it, right? Like there's an actual application behind crypto as opposed to just a currency. So that's why this blew up. And also too, I saw a lot of people getting things like Rari, for example, based off Rarible, and other currencies based off different NFT art sites. So I think that's why it blew up, but it kind of went back down. And now it's slowly, right now it's going down a little bit. But overall, as you can see, it's slowly going back up with some minor fluctuations. We'll have to see. Comparing that to Bitcoin, which I always do this, let me put it to a year. Bitcoin is on the rise a lot, which is huge. The more that Bitcoin rises, the more that other coins will rise. Right now, it doesn't match Bitcoin too much, which is a bit of a red flag, being honest, because I feel like when a coin matches Bitcoin, it shows that, hey, if Bitcoin goes up, the entire, cryptocurrency market goes up. And if a coin doesn't directly follow Bitcoin, that's a bit of a red flag. But being honest, I feel like that right now we're in a bit of a lull when it comes to Uniswap, just because NFTs, I think, went through this weird phase, kind of died out. I would bet a lot of money that when NFTs come back, and NFT art, and maybe not even just the art section, and I'll probably do a video about this in the future, but the application of what an NFT can be used, not just for art, but for any verification use, is going to be massive. And I think Uniswap is going to be on the forefront of that, especially if you're talking about different coins and tokens and whatnot to convert. Because if I go to Uniswap here, now this is something I typically do, is look at the SEO of Uniswap. Google does this weird thing where when it comes to their AdWords and everything, it doesn't show you the metadata or the volume if it doesn't agree with the keyword. It's kind of a weird SEO thing, but jumping to the actual trends, now you can see it was at 100 in May, like I was just talking about before. In case you don't know, when it comes to Google Trends, if you never use this, it's actually very useful to determine crypto, stocks, a lot of different things. It's a relative value. So you see here, a value of 100 is at peak popularity. 50 means half as popular. So as you can see, even though, yeah, it peaked here, and again, this is all relative to Uniswap itself, it went back down, but now it's slowly on the rise. So you can see that more and more people are getting into Uniswap, and I see that in 2022, it's going to explode, which is why these two don't match. I think it makes sense if these two don't match right now because of the lull of crypto. And even though crypto is getting bigger, remember that the more coins that get put into existence and get created, the more that Uniswap is going to be even more useful, especially in the future. And then lastly, looking at the keyword search volume and everything when it comes to YouTube specifically, this is a tool called vidIQ. I use this a lot for YouTube. We're looking at about 300,000 searches a month on YouTube about Uniswap. And you can see here in terms of the relative keywords, people searching for things like Uniswap Explained, Uniswap version 3, how to use Uniswap, a Uniswap tutorial, a Uniswap price prediction, etc., etc. And this is showing Uniswap is growing tremendously. Here's why I'm really excited about Uniswap with all that being said. As I said before, the biggest thing when it comes to a coin or a token is the utility. And I've mentioned that in a bunch of other videos. And a bigger thing now that I'm mentioning in a lot of current videos is now it's not just about having utility, but is that utility or that technology going to be useful as time goes on? And in 2022, I can see Uniswap being massive because I'm predicting the third wave of crypto is going to be in 2022. The first wave, if you remember, years ago was the first Bitcoin boom. The second wave was Bitcoin getting even more popular, and NFT art had a big deal to do with that because people were like, wait, this crypto thing, like I said earlier, this crypto thing isn't just about a currency, but now you can actually do stuff with the crypto. Like there's an NFT art. It actually can involve music or graphic design or even AR and VR and other different ways you can use the NFT token. And so I feel like in 2022, because NFTs have died down a lot, there's going to be a third wave of crypto, especially as now Bitcoin is on the rise. And of course, as cryptocurrency gets bigger, as this third wave happens, that then means more and more coins getting put into existence. And as you can imagine, if you do want to invest in any of these new coins, what do you have to do? Well, you have to purchase it or in some way obtain that coin or that currency. And one of the easiest ways to do that is Uniswap. Now, of course, there are different swapping applications, and I'm just scraping the surface here, and I mentioned this a little bit earlier, that you can look at platforms like PancakeSwap and a lot of other ones that are based on different coins and currencies and tokens and have slightly different coding. Again, I really want to make this video as simple as possible, but for a lot of people, they look to Ethereum and a lot of those type of coins when they want to build their own coin or their own currency. So Uniswap is going to be massively important. Remember that the more coins that exist, especially related to Ethereum and that can be used on Uniswap, the more important Uniswap is going to be. And over time, it seems like there's more and more coins popping up every day. Now, of course, I have to stress this, that remember, there's a lot of good coins, but I feel like now it almost seems like that as crypto gets bigger, I feel like this is true probably for anything, that the bigger a field gets, the more you have to be a bit more cautious and aware and careful about bad parts of it. And in this case, I'm talking about sugar, honey, iced tea coins. So just be careful of these sugar, honey, iced tea coins because a lot of them will probably be used on Uniswap. That being said, though, I think the fact that Uniswap is going to be such a amazing tool, and I mean, it already has been an amazing tool, but I think in the future, as there get more coins get released, and especially as a lot more of these coins get connected with more platforms, a lot of companies are now saying, okay, you know what? Let's create our own crypto to use because of blockchain technology and the computing power behind that. As that gets way more significant when it comes to creating your own token, using that technology behind it, a lot of people will say, well, I want to invest in this coin or this currency, or companies are trying to figure out a way to promote their coin or currency. Uniswap is going to be that tool. And I want to stress that point because I think when a lot of people think about obtaining a coin, they typically think about buying it. And I put that in quotation marks, I guess. They think about buying it because you're like, all right, you know, the best way to get Bitcoin for most people, you go on Coinbase, you get your cash, and you buy Bitcoin. But what you're really doing is you're converting cash to Bitcoin. It's more of a trade, or I guess in this case I'll call it a swap, than anything else. And if you look at that versus Voyager and other platforms, the difference between those and Uniswap isn't actually that much at all. The only thing with Uniswap that might seem a bit more unique at first is you convert one crypto coin to another, right? You don't really take your dollars from your bank account and put it into Uniswap and then get back a certain coin. But in a sense, that's all you're doing on Coinbase is converting one currency to another, and that's what you're doing on Uniswap. And I think as more people get used to that idea, as more people look at cryptocurrency as a viable investment, as more people also too, I think this is a big one too, get used to the technology. They get used to using MetaMask. They understand how to send their Ethereum from one wallet to another. As more people get comfortable and used to that technology, like it's second nature, Uniswap is going to get significantly more popular. And I'm telling you, especially with, in my opinion, the third wave of crypto coming, with a lot more coins going to be brought into existence and a lot more companies getting into crypto, Uniswap is going to be a massively important app for the future.